Well, you got a London premiere.
Lights, cameras, and A-list celebrities took center stage at the last hour London premiere of Oppenheimer, a highly anticipated film that explores the life of J. Robert Oppenheimer, the brilliant scientist behind the creation of the atomic bomb. The red carpet was a star-studded affair, with Hollywood's finest gracing the event. Among them was the charismatic Robert Downey Jr., known for his iconic role as Iron Man. The star-studded cast of Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer made a final publicity push for the film, walking the red carpet in London, whilst at the ready for the actors' strike to be called mid-event. The UK premiere of the movie was brought forward by an hour to allow more time for the film team to complete press. Everything was all set up, so we said, well, let's just do it, and then if they call a strike, we'll go home. Hollywood star Matt Damon, who plays General Leslie Groves Jr. in the film, said.
Well, yeah, we wanted to come out and talk about it because we're really proud of it and we worked really hard on it, and we wanted to, everything was all set up, so we said, well, let's just do it, and then if they call a strike, we'll go home.
Premieres aren't just for us to turn up. Premieres are for the crew, and they are also for every single person that can or can't be here to see that their work is being acknowledged and praised. It's a huge deal for me to be here. It's also a huge deal for me to be in lockstep with all of my peers in my guild and every other guild that matters. Both can matter at the same time. But yeah, I'm glad that we got to honor this movie in the way that we could before.
It's such a critical moment in the life of the industry, not just for actors, but for everybody else in all the waves of the industry that this will affect. So it's a crucial moment. I know people are doing their best. I hope it's resolved as soon as possible.
We're very much the face of the acting world in this moment right here. So we have to be, if it's going to work at all, we have to be, part of it. And it's, I think, a very important time in these negotiations for both the writers and the actors to kind of set the ground rules for the future, because so much is changing so quickly.
Oppenheimer takes audiences back to when American theoretical physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer oversaw the creation of the atomic bomb during World War II. Based on the 2005 biography American Prometheus by Kai Bird and Martin J. Sherwin, Oppenheimer, Murphy in the titular role, portraying the man known as the father of the atomic bomb. Oppenheimer headed the secret Los Alamos laboratory established under President Franklin D. Roosevelt as part of the Manhattan Project to build the first atomic bomb. He oversaw the first atomic bomb detonation in the New Mexico desert, codenamed Trinity, before the weapons were used in the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nolan is known for conceptual narratives and visual style in films like Inception, Tenet, and an installment of the Batman film franchise.
Yeah, I think it's an experience more than a movie. It's everyone that's watched it that I know, everyone that I know that's watched it just adores it, and everyone's debating and talking afterwards about it. So it's very provocative. Yeah, it's very immersive. It consumes you. But that's the sort of work that I like, and then you just go and have a holiday afterwards or anything.
Well, movies don't need to have sex and love and intimacy to make a movie great. That's why it's even better that he has made everything that he's made without those lustful headlines. I think specifically in this, we're talking about a man who affects a lot of people and has been affected by a lot of people. And for me, just to play the slither of the piece that I did in this story was hugely impactful on my career, being able to watch all the cast work and Nolan, and also just to learn. It's been a huge privilege.
It's such an important story. It changed the course of history in the 20th century. Its consequences stay with us today. It's an enormous power unleashed by mankind at its most inventive and sort of on the frontiers of knowledge. And yet the care with which it must be handled, the care with which we negotiate its power is alive. It's an issue right here, right now. So everything that Oppenheimer throws up, I think, is something that we can go away and think about in our own life, and also see the consequences of its misuse.
I think his story would be exciting and resonant at any point, but right now we're dealing with a lot of issues in regard to not just nuclear technology, but other new technologies that present potential threats to all of us.
Yeah, well, I've seen this one already, so I'll definitely go see Barbie opening weekend. And when the whole thing came out, I think it's great that we're getting good movies back into the theaters and that they're really different. And Ben and I grew up seeing at least 2 movies every weekend, so let's get back in that habit again. That'll be good for everybody.
I mean, all of those who love this, who love the big screen, love coming out to the movies, we've been desperate to get back to a crowded marketplace where there's a lot of different offerings. And I think now we're finally here.
Are you going to go see Barbie?
Of course.
When we're done with all this.
Oppenheimer is out in cinemas at the same time as Greta Gerwig's Barbie, with the double blockbuster billing being dubbed Barbenheimer. The London premiere of Oppenheimer was a testament to the enduring allures of cinema and the importance of recognizing the hard work and dedication of everyone involved in bringing a film to life. As the industry navigates through negotiations and evolving technologies, one thing remains certain: the magic of the movie will continue to captivate audiences around the world.
I'm so pleased. I mean, a little overwhelmed. It's just